Welcome back. Pretoria High School for Girls has once again come under fire for alleged racism. Taking to the school premises today, pupils came out in numbers in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. The schoolgirls are saying the school management allegedly threatened them.
We staged a peaceful demonstration because today they stated they wanted a blackout Thursday in support of Black Lives Matter. So our response to them was that if you claim to support the hashtag Black Lives Matter movement, how do you say you support it to perpetuate the same system that the Black Lives Matter movement is against? And so we asked them. And so when we staged the protest, they did what they did in 2016. They threatened us. They threatened us once again, and they called a member from the GDE just now, and we said to him, since 2016 when the school was in the media, today we're still singing the same gospel. We're still crying out for the same things we cried out for in 2016. We still have the same demands that no one achieved. The department came to the school in 2016. When the media left, we were forced to live in silence and fear, and our demands completely evaporated into the air. So what we're saying now, today, is that we demand transformation within the personnel, and we demand transparency when the transformation process takes place. Because you cannot claim that the school has changed, yet today, 4 years later from 2016, in 2020, we sit here with an all-white body of 5 headmistresses, 5 white, 5 Christian, 5 Afrikaner women.
Important to start by saying that, these schools, you receive a good education, and it comes at a huge emotional cost and a huge psychological cost. And that meant for us living through a school that had a language policy that discriminated against the use of isiXhosa, not only in the classroom, but also in the school fields and in the playground. We had teachers who would give white girls preferential treatment over the same misdemeanor from white girls in comparison to black girls, but white girls would get preferential treatment. We had cases where teachers were explicitly racist, and there were not enough channels for us to be able to voice our concerns. The environment was often very hostile to black, colored, and Indian parents who wanted to get involved in the school, but often were kind of ousted or left on the periphery in terms of getting involved in the school. So there's a long list of very discriminatory and exclusionary practices in the school. And so in light of the letter that they sent, saying that they support Black Lives Matter, it was an opportunity for us to say, well, let's talk about what that actually means in light of our experiences.
Yeah, so you and others spoke out just recently, of course sparked by the school basically saying that the learners should comment on the Black Lives Matter protests on social media in accordance with the school policy. So you're basically saying this is a continuation of what you have said is a silencing and nullifying of the lived experiences of students, both past, which include you, and present.
Absolutely. I mean, we were very concerned with that because what it creates the impression that there's certain things that students may or may not say because it will bring the school's name into disrepute. And we know that often that idea of bringing the school's name into disrepute is the school not wanting to take responsibility to actually use this as a teachable moment rather than making people fearful about expressing themselves. So it seems absolutely quite strange that an educational institution would not have a language in order to deal with something like this at such a global level, that you are teaching young girls, you are teaching black women, you are teaching colored and Indian and white children. You say you're in a diverse country, but you are incapable of capturing this moment and using it as a teachable moment. So for us, it was once again that moment where they use and relegate and kind of fall back on the old patterns of fear and silencing in a context where people are saying we will not be silent. And so our letter was in solidarity, not only for the girls currently, but also to make the school accountable for the fact that this is a tradition, in fact, of the school.
It must have been rather uncomfortable to be in a learning environment, I guess, like
showed up.
This is called white privilege, this. Ach, kak, man. Why is there always color involved? What the is wrong with you? What do you think this whole issue is about? What's this whole issue about? What do you think this whole issue is about? It's a private function at a Don't talk nonsense to me, man. So why wasn't the black children invited?
This is an issue about race. Racism, we need to deal with it wherever it surfaces. You understand? Because for too long we've been tolerating these people. They didn't apologize for